Good evening. Welcome back into the Bulldog Digital Network as we get set for another Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup here from James L. Robb Gymnasium in Athens, Tennessee, as the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan welcome the Royals down from Johnson University in Knoxville, Tennessee area. Bulldogs coming off a thrilling overtime victory against Montreat on this home floor on Tuesday night to put them at 9-2 overall, keep them in the second place inside the AAC, and 8-2 inside conference play. And Johnson, on the other hand, looking for their second win. They've dropped their last 4 ball games under Coach Brandon Perry in his 8th season up there at Johnson, assisted by Darren Chandler and Kobe Jones. They're 1-9 inside the AAC and currently set in 12th. So they are looking to get back into it. Bulldogs average 78 points a game. On the other side, the Royals averaging just under 77 points per game. So not too far off in the number of points scored. But the Johnson Royals are giving up 90.9 points per game, where the Bulldogs only giving up 71.8. As we get set here from James L. Robb, both teams have warmed up. The women for Tennessee Wesleyan literally just completed an outstanding comeback. They didn't take the lead until 8 minutes left in the ballgame against Johnson. As Coach Rice talked to us, it's against a team that when you look at the record, you didn't expect it to be close or them to come out as dominant. They started hitting shots in the first half, and the Lady Bulldogs went cold and couldn't get stops defensively either. But they pull away with a 15-point victory that literally all came down to the last 8 minutes when they took the lead off a three-pointer in the corner and did not look back at all. So the Bulldogs trying to make it a sweep here tonight against the Johnson University Royals, one of the newcomers to the league over the last several years. These teams have squared off. This will be the 6th meeting between these two teams. Bulldogs hold the advantage 4-1 and have picked up the last 3 wins, including a 17-point victory here on their home floor last year, 88-71. Picked up a 13-point victory, 93-80 against Johnson. Tennessee Wesleyan has scored 90 points in all but one of the matchups. And we're going to pause here for the national anthem. National anthem out of the way. We will look at the starting lineups again. Coach Brandon Perry in his 8th season. They will include starting lineups. So we get this set up here for you. They will start number 2, Miles Long, a 6-foot junior guard from Lawrenceville, Georgia, averages 11.6 per game. Number 5, Orrin Mashburn, a 6'3 senior guard from Maryville, Tennessee. Number 22, Nick Clifton, a 6'6 graduate forward from Sylvania. 23, Emmanuel Atkins, a 6'2 freshman guard from Granger County, Tennessee. And 32, Wesley Bohannon, a 6'8 junior forward from Sunbright, Tennessee. On the other side, for Coach Ray Stone in his 5th season as head coach, been a longtime assistant under Mike Poe, and Reggie Jackson in his 3rd as the assistant for Ray Stone. It'll be number 0, Ty Patterson, a 6'4 senior forward from Knoxville, Tennessee, averaging 14.9 points per game. The leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Number 3, Ray Tyler, a 6-foot sophomore guard from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 11.3 points per game is his average. 13, Elisha Mayberry, a 6'5 senior guard from Ball Ground, Georgia. 14 points to his credit, second leading scorer on this team. And 20, Peyton West, the 6-foot sophomore guard from Monterey, Tennessee. And 22, Kobe Prod, the 6'9 sophomore center from Unionville, Tennessee. 10.2 points per game is his average. Several of the Bulldogs shoot over 50% on the season. They struggled against Montreat early on Tuesday night, but finally got it going at the right time and came away with a big victory against Montreat, 75-68 in overtime. Elisha Mayberry, Kobe Prod, two of those above 50%. Darius Rozier, another one above 50% shooting on the season. Darius actually leads the team at 54% on the season. Ty Patterson, Ray Tyler above 40% for their shooting. As we get set for this Appalachian Athletic Conference tilt. Lady Bulldogs won it earlier against Johnson. And the men are going to try to make it a sweep here tonight and hopefully not struggle like the women did. And the tip will go to Johnson out of the gate here from James L. Robb Gymnasium. Mashburn fakes the shot. Kick it outside to Long. Long makes a spin move working against Ray Tyler. Floater, no good. Battling for the rebound there. And coming up with a loose ball is Long. And Johnson gets on the board first, just like we saw in the women's game. 2-0 already. Now Wesleyan offensively, home white uniforms, blue numerals. Johnson navy blue with silver numerals trimmed in white. Peyton West going to take it down the left side of the lane and gets the roll to knot this game up at 2-all. Full court pressure being shown by the Bulldogs here. It is going to be Emmanuel Atkins bringing it up the floor, getting his first start tonight. This one off the side of the backboard. Peyton West battling for it, trying to beat his defender to it, but it'll stay with Johnson. So just over a minute played here. Inbounds coming underneath from Long. Bright highlighter green shoes. Easy to spot him. Pass deflected out of the low corner by Bohannon. Wesleyan on the offensive end. Chance to take their first lead of the ball game here. Down low it goes to Pride. Going face up against Bohannon. Bohannon's got the size, but height-wise they're about even. 6'8" versus 6'9". 1 inch advantage to the Bulldog and Pride. Patterson skies up for a nice little floater across the lane, and the Bulldogs have their first lead of the ball game, 4-2. Now it's Atkins bringing it up the floor, flips it over to Long. West guarding Atkins. Now Tyler trying to stay with Long, and he's going to draw the foul. Ray Tyler couldn't get his hands up straight up quick enough, but they're going to call him with the body anyway. That's going to be the first on him. Miles Long at the stripe. Almost an 81% shooter on the season. Bounces the first one in over the front of the rim. 1 point game. And the second one's good to knot us back up at 4. So our second tie already of this early ball game. Now Mayberry had it either deflected or passed it out. Pride in transition makes it, and Kobe Pride comes flying in with the floater. Now Long quickly up the floor. They go down low, trying to get it to Clifton. Three-pointer up and no good. Here comes Patterson with it on the clear out. Wesleyan with Mayberry. Mayberry steps inside the arc, knocks down a long two to give the Bulldogs a 4-point lead, 8-4. Bulldog Digital Network coverage here. Jared Wright bringing you the action. Long gets a screen for Bohannon, goes right side to the elbow. picks up his dribble. Now he'll drop it off to Mashburn. Feed into Bohannon. Patterson straight up. Good help defense by Pride. Here comes Patterson trying to go coast to coast. Sidesteps, and he's going to pick up the foul against Long here. A couple of substitutions already making their way. That one's going to be the first on Long. Team first. Patterson is going to be shooting 2. 67% shooter on the season. And the first one, he does get the roll. And the bounce off the rim. Substitutions in for Johnson as Atkins will take a seat. Number 4, Alex Ford will check in. Along with number 1, Trey Johnson from Cosby, Tennessee. Patterson makes both of them. Bulldogs into double figures. Miles bringing it up the floor. Miles Long from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Home of Georgia Gwinnett College down there. Familiar opponent in baseball for the Bulldogs here at Tennessee Wesleyan. Always one of the top 10 programs in the nation. Long takes a drive. Pride got a piece of it. Good block from behind. Here comes Peyton West with it. Kick over to Mayberry. Regains the handle. Three-pointer no good. Pride with a big offensive board. Put back for him, no good. West chasing it down, but it will go out of bounds to the Royals. Number 11, Trey Prater into the ballgame. 6'3" sophomore guard from Knoxville, Tennessee for the Royals. He'll relieve Mashburn. Mashburn, one of 3 upperclassmen on this team. Graduates or seniors. A couple of grad students on the roster, and Clifton and C.J. Miller, who has not played yet. Prater around the wing, gets it to Long. Now it's Trey Johnson taking a tray, and that one will bounce up and over the backboard. 4 minutes played here so far. Bulldogs in front 10-4. Johnson started out with the lead 2-0. But it has been all Bulldogs since then. Peyton West bringing it up the floor, gets it over to Ray Tyler on the near wing. Now Pride almost loses it. He does. His pass not crisp, but trying to get it back to West. Left side of the floor, Ford with it. And now they're going to say that it was a step out of bounds by Prater. So the Bulldogs force another turnover here. Second of the ball game. Patterson with it out front, gets it to Mayberry on the right side. Big screen from Patterson. Mayberry down the lane, trying to feed it over on the bounce to Pride, but it's intercepted. And here goes a slam. It's missed, though, but the putback is good for Johnson, as Prater had missed the dunk off the back iron. But it was followed up by Clifton, who made it. Patterson between the circles, sends it near side to Mayberry, trying to feed it down in the low block to Pride. He does. Pride loses his footing out to West. West pulls the 3 in. Nothing but net there from the corner three-pointer. Peyton West pushes the lead to 7, the largest of the ball game. They're going to get a foul here offensively against Alex Ford. Team's second of the ball game. And so Peyton West bringing it up the floor here. Skip pass from the low block across the court to Kobe Pride, who drills the 3. And Coach Berry wants to talk it over as the Bulldogs knock down a couple of threes. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here out of the timeout. Bulldogs in front by 10. Their largest of the game. It's Johnson's ball, though. It'll be on the wing with Ford. Ford cuts in, dishes it outside to Prater. Now they work it back around to Trey Johnson. Inside, Long able to get the bucket on the finger roll. Fans for Wesleyan on the far side wanted the travel call. Nonetheless, it's still an 8-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Ray Tyler running control of it. Now he just takes it all the way down the left side. Nobody stopped him. Back to a 10-point advantage. Long with it out front, gets a screen from Bohannon, who checked back in during the timeout. Drops it behind him to Ford. Ford's long three, no good. Poked away to his teammate there was Prater and got it to Johnson. Prater gets it back, and his shovel pass to the baseline sails quickly past Bohannon. 33, Parker Hahn coming in, the freshman guard from Knoxville, checking in for Johnson. West bringing it up the floor. Mayberry sends it left side to Ray Tyler. Patterson calls for it. Patterson spin move, back to the basket. Fade away, jumper no good. Proud with a second offensive board. Gives it back to Ty Patterson for the putback. And it's a 12-point advantage for the home team. And now that's going to be a charge taken by Elisha Mayberry. Long's going to pick up his second foul. That's going to be the third on the Royals. So number 3, Jacob McDonald from Nashville checks into the ballgame for Johnson. He'll replace Long. And number 2, Garrett Hardrick for Tennessee Wesleyan will check in from Deltona, Florida. He'll replace Ty Patterson. Ray Tyler gets it back. And now Mayberry gets a shot to fall. Kick out quickly, 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. Three-pointer up by Hahn is good from the far wing. Cuts the deficit to 11. Stolen here. Prater in transition. Tries it again and missed his second dunk of the evening. Clings off the back iron. Now a three-pointer is up and good for Hahn. He's got back-to-back three-pointers. It's down to an 8-point game. Hahn 24th in the conference and three-point percentage at 32, but he's come out making a couple. And there's Peyton West with a hard drive, and he'll get the hard foul against Bohannon. That's the team fourth. So Peyton West at the line, 79% shooter on the season. Makes the first one of 2. Johnson University will get number 12, Calvin Quell, into the ball game. And along with Nick Clifton, he'll check back in. Tennessee Wesleyan gets number 23, Darius Rozier, the 6'5 junior center from Manchester, as Peyton West knocks down both free throws. It'll be McDonald to bring it up the floor for Johnson. They also have 35, C.J. Miller, into the ball game for Johnson. Now a foul on the shot is going to be on Rozier, who just checked into the ball game. There'll be 2 shots coming here for number 22, Nick Clifton. First one is good for Clifton. Puts it back under double digits. Ray Tyler will exit. And Zaylin Callahan for Wesleyan will check in, the freshman guard, as both free throws are good for Johnson University. Back to an 8-point game. Wesleyan led by as many as 14 about 2 minutes ago. West trying to feed it into Rozier on the lob. Gets poked away out of bounds. Hardrick to inbound it for Coach Ray Stone's ball club. West has it. Hahn right there on top of him. Goes left side of a screen from Rozier, and Hardrick drops it back to Hardrick. Hardrick had an open look, didn't take it, and loses it out of bounds. I'm going to say it's blocked out of bounds, though. 6 on the shot clock. Callahan trying to get it in. Long alley to Mayberry. Shot clock to 4. 3. Mayberry 4-3, missed it. Coming away with the rebound here is Clifton, though. McDonald pushing the pace up the floor. They quickly flip it back and forth to come to the near side. Just inside the arc at the top of the key. Jumper no good. Mayberry coming away with it. Up to Callahan in transition. Rozier from the free throw line. Knew a man was trailing him. We'll pass it back to West. This one poked away from him from behind. Bulldogs, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Into Rozier. Rozier backing his man down. Kicks it out to Hardrick. Extra pass to the corner to Callahan. Too strong on the 3 off the back iron. And now this one's going to sail out of bounds off of Johnson. So 13, Jason Dennis checking in. West calling it out midway through the first half here. From James L. Robb Gymnasium, West gets a screen, gets to the baseline, bounce pass feed to Rozier. He's double teamed, slapped, gets it across the lane to Mayberry. Now Callahan from the free throw line extended, doesn't make it. Coach Stone pleading the case as we heard the slap up here. This one once again sails out of bounds for the Royals, and the Bulldogs take a break there. Mayberry will check out. Patterson back in. See Jonathan Webb in street clothes again. Saw him in street clothes on Tuesday night. Hopeful that the Bulldogs can get him back sooner than later. Patterson sets a screen for West. Sends it near corner to Callahan. Callahan back up top. It goes to Hardrick. 3-pointer, no good. Wesleyan hitting a cold spell, and stepping out of bounds there was Mashburn, trying to save it, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Callahan to key it in underneath. 9:04 to play. 24-16 the score. Rozier gets it. Hardrick comes up to get it. Missed it. Callahan saves it. They'll reset the offense. Callahan around a double high screen. Patterson pops off the screen, takes the 3 and short. Several Bulldog 3-pointers coming up short here late in the first half. Baseline drive by McDonald against Callahan. Gets the floater. Good defense, but a tougher shot being made there. So first point in 2.5 minutes. Cuts it to a 2-possession game. Peyton West, head fake, now goes inside. Bounce pass to Rozier, goes out of bounds off of Johnson. Atkins will return along with Hahn. Ray Tyler will return for Peyton West for Tennessee Wesleyan. Inbounds comes to Rozier. Rozier able to work his way from the corner inside. Shot clock down to 8. Little pump fake, gets his man in the air. That one's going to be no good, but he's going to get 2 shots. Late whistle on it, but the Bulldogs will take it. That one's Jason Dennis picks up that one. Rozier steps to the line, 33% shooter on the season. 5th team foul on Johnson already. And Rozier misses that one short. Everything Wesleyan shooting right now, finding the front of the rim and short. Short on this one, got his own rebound though. Trying to feed it over his shoulder to Patterson, and that's another turnover. Bulldogs with 4. Feels like it's been double that. From the free throw line, jumper no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Rozier. Kobe Pride will check back in, replacing Darius. Bohannon back in as well, replacing Clifton. It'll be Atkins to inbound it underneath. Freshman from Granger County getting his first start. Gets it in here to Dennis. Dennis kicks it outside to Hahn. Hahn for the 3. Can't find his third one. And here goes Patterson with the ball up the far side of the floor. 7:35 to play in the first half. Patterson drives, missed it. And Hardrick's going to get the over the back infraction there. It's going to be the 3rd on the Bulldogs. Mayberry coming back for Callahan. Still a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, 24-18. On up the far side of the floor, gets it to Mashburn, funnels it to the elbow to Bohannon, who drops it off for Hahn, and nice looking shot for Hahn on the free throw line. Puts him to within 4 of the Wesleyan lead. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Bulldogs have gone cold, still shooting 47% from the field as Prod missed it. And this is going to be another foul on Hardrick. He and Mashburn were really tied up, both of them pulling on each other's jerseys, but Hardrick's going to take the foul. That's going to be the 4th on the Bulldogs. So Coach Stone's going to send Peyton West in for Hardrick real quick. The starting 5 back out there for the Bulldogs. Alex Ford back in for the Royals. Hahn bringing it up the floor. He's leading the team with 8 points and leading all scorers. Wesleyan's leading scorers, Peyton West. Now a backdoor cut. Frees Johnson for an easy bucket. And Ford knocks it down to pull him to within 2 with 6:44 to play. Timeout by Wesleyan. We'll be back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Out of the timeout, Johnson forcing Wesleyan into that one, and smart decision by Coach Ray Stone. Long outlet to Bohannon in the front court. Bohannon trying to take it off the dribble. Big man going all the way in. Layup on the left side is good. Nobody got him stopped. Down to a 1-possession game at 2-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. Led by 14 at 12:05. Now down by 2, or up by 2 only. 5:52 to play here in the first half. Prod sets a screen for Ray Tyler. Tyler gets to the backboard and lays it in before Bohannon can block it. Ray Tyler very quickly now having to save it on the baseline was Mashburn. Gets it to Bohannon, and back and forth these two teams go, trading points. 28-26. Again, Johnson only 1 win on the season and 1 coming in the conference. Ray Tyler takes a 3, missed it. Much like the women, they're coming out fired up, trying to improve their record on the season. And Wesleyan still trying to stay in that 2nd spot in the conference. They'll slow the pace down a little bit. We approach 5 minutes. Mayberry hands it to West. Now top of the key, Pride with it. West gets it to Mayberry off a back screen from Pride. Pride rolls off the screen, and he traveled with it. So it'll be McDonald and Clifton return for the Royals, along with Prater. Atkins, Bohannon, and Hahn will take a breather. McDonald up the far side of the floor. Down low, goes to Ford. Can't make the shot over Ty Patterson, who gets the rebound defensively. Ray Tyler pushing the pace to Mayberry on the right side. Mayberry goes up strong, drove the contact, no whistle. Missed the shot. Here comes Johnson in transition. Mashburn drops it back to Clifton. Clifton, a little ball fake, turn around, fade away. Pride had him right there, and we're knotted up at 28 all, our third tie of the ball game. Credit to Johnson for taking advantage of this cold streak by Wesleyan. Now Prater steals it away from the Bulldogs. Gets it to McDonald. Down low feed, face up. Pride trying to block Clifton there. A lot of contact from both ways, but no call. Now Ray Tyler will get it. Colby Billingsley for Wesleyan coming to the scorer's table. Down low, West gets the kick out from Mayberry, missed it. Skying for the rebound there was Clifton. McDonald goes in. Now Ford left open on the left wing. That one's going to bounce up and over again. 3:10 to play, and it's knotted up at 28 all. Billingsley in. C.J. Miller back in for the Royals. Peyton West, will take a breather for the Bulldogs. .305 to play. Wesleyan standing around offensively. Billingsley on the left side. Mayberry comes off a double screen, gets to the rim. Layup just rolls off the right. Looked good the whole way, but it just too much English. Spins it around the rim. Clifton trying to take Pride off the dribble. Kick out to Miller. Miller goes baseline. Miller throws up a strong shot, but misses it. Here come the Bulldogs offensively. Ray Tyler in control. Floater in the lane is good by Ray Tyler. Nice touch on that one. The Bulldogs back in front by 2. Prater loses his footing, flips it out to Ford, and gets by Patterson. Now layup no good as he got too far under the front of the rim, couldn't lay it in. Wesleyan clears out the defensive rebound. 2:03 to play here in the first quarter. Hahn coming back to the scorer's table. Wesleyan bounce pass into Patterson. Double team, spins out of it, gets fouled on the shot. Prater thought he got away with the block, but instead he gets the contact. That's his first, team 6th. Patterson back at the line. He's got 8 points, chance to get to double figures if he can knock both of these free throws down. First one is good. Quell and Hahn return for the Royals. 3-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. Make it 4. 32-28. 1:50 to play. McDonald looking around. They flip it over to Prater on the right wing, trying to get by Ray Tyler, shovels it to the near corner to McDonald, who comes inside, makes a long jumper off the dribble. 25 to go here in the first half. Halftime, we'll put some stats up for you on the screen and as well as recap some of the first half and then take a break. But Patterson inside, gets stuck, throws up a prayer over the left side, and it airballs to the right in the hands of McDonald. Prater in the far corner, takes it off the dribble to the rim, and we're knotted right back up at 32. Our fourth tie of the ball game. Now Wesleyan being patient offensively. Billingsley right wing with it, puts it on the floor now. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Patterson. Patterson double teamed. They're going to get McDonald with the foul. That one will put them in the bonus, 1-1. That one might have been a little ticky-tack, but Wesleyan likes the benefit of it. Missed it. Prater gets the quick outlet, and there's a makeup call on that one. Ray Tyler's going to pick up his second. .32's on the scoreboard for the score and also the time, 32.2 to be exact. McDonald gets the ball. They're yelling it out for Prater. Trying to work it to Trey Prater. It's about a 6-second differential in game and shot clock, so Johnson will have to take a shot. Prater at the elbow, pulls up for a long two that he banks in, and Johnson has regained their lead. Coming down the wire here, Ray Tyler with it. Ray Tyler hits it as the first half is going to end, and the Bulldogs regain the lead, 35-34. As they head to the locker room with a 1-point advantage. Again, led by as many as 14 in the first half. But then saw Johnson battle back, knotted up twice at 28 and then 32. Johnson regained the lead 34-32 with about 10 seconds left, and then Ray Tyler comes down and hits a three right before the buzzer went off to make it 35-34 here at halftime. So we'll take a break here on the Bulldog Digital Network and then recap the first half closer to the start of the second. Welcome back to the Bulldog Digital Network as we get set for the start of the second half. This one got close down to the wire of the first half with Johnson University taking the lead with 10 seconds left, 34-32, but then Ray Tyler for Tennessee Wesleyan answered back with a three close to the buzzer to give Wesleyan the 35-34 lead at the half. Wesleyan had led, pushed their double-digit lead at 14:20 left in the first half, 16-6. Hit it again at 18-8 about a minute later, and then pushed it up to 12 sometime later, 20-8, and then got it to 22-8 before Johnson started to chip away and make a comeback and tied the ball game up with 4 minutes left at 28 all. Bulldogs are being paced by Ty Patterson with 10 points, 4 or 5 at the line, 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Ray Tyler with 9 points, knocking down that three at the end of the half, helped out there. Peyton West with 7. On the other side for the Royals, it's Parker Hahn leading the way with 8. He's got 2 3-pointers out of 3 made. He's 3 for 4 from the floor overall, 6 for Long and Clifton both. And then a trio, McDonald, Prater, and Bohannon with 4, Ford with 2. Running out the scoring for Wesleyan, Pride with 5, and Mayberry with 4. So we get started for the second half. And it will be Tennessee Wesleyan ball. Out of the halftime break. And Ray Tyler keeps it going for the Bulldogs here. Now inside, Mashburn's shot off the mark. Ball's battled for, rebound comes down to Peyton West. Here goes Mayberry in transition. Patterson for 3, too strong off the back iron. Now Johnson works it to the baseline, gets a jump ball. Now it'll switch to Tennessee Wesleyan as Johnson will keep it. We'll keep our possession arrow there. Inbounds coming from Long. Wesleyan starts their starting 5 from the first half back out there, and there's going to be a shot and a foul. That one's going to be on Pride, his first for Wesleyan, team first of the half. So that'll send number 22, Nick Clifton, to the line, graduate forward from Sylvania. His first free throw is good. 37-35. Not even a minute played here in the second half as he pulls the Royals to within 1 of the Wesleyan lead. Patterson's going to bring it up the near side. Now works it to the middle of the floor. Starting 5 back out there for Johnson as well. Atkins, Mashburn, Bohannon, Clifton, and Long. And Kobe Pride knocks down a big jumper. Pushes the lead back to 3. Now Atkins takes a 3 and drills it from the right wing. Knots the ball game up at 39 all. Freshman from Granger County. Mayberry pulls up from just behind the free throw line and gets blocked. And here goes Johnson, another opportunity to regain the lead. Clifton in transition, working against Pride. Mayberry blocks him from behind. It'll go out of bounds off of Mayberry's foot. Although Mayberry and Pride both claiming it went off of Clifton's foot. So it'll stay with Johnson. Actually, they switch it. Danny Chandler comes in and helps talk it over, and they flip the court. So it'll be Wesleyan's ball. Here's West to the right side, gets it to Mayberry. Ray Tyler with it, circles out to the right wing. Gets a screen from Pride, but goes opposite side. Up and under, missed it. Patterson battling for the rebound. It's tipped out. Atkins chases down the long rebound. Flips it behind him to Long, who takes a 15-footer from the elbow, no good, and Pride pulls down another rebound. Still knotted up at 39 all. Wesleyan shooting 45.5% from the field, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Mayberry. Lowered his shoulder, and the Bulldogs are going to have their second foul of the half, and Hardrick, who's got 2 of his own, checks in for Mayberry. Colossian Mayberry's been having an outstanding season, been a little quiet the last couple of games, but he has played hard all year and in the top 25 on numerous categories inside the conference. Again, the 14-point average for him. Now a drive by Long, gets blocked out of bounds by Pride. Long hit the deck pretty hard, but Pride able to avoid the foul call. And that one's going to be tripped up. Bohannon and West got tangled up. Third on Wesleyan, first on West. And kind of came around the screen and ran over Long. Atkins gets it into Bohannon. Mashburn throws it away underneath, straight to Hardrick, threw it behind Atkins. Here comes Patterson, drops it back to Hardrick. Hardrick goes down the right side of the lane. Ray Tyler out front with it. Feed into Pride, and Pride goes up strong, draws the foul against Clifton. First foul on the Royals. So it'll send Kobe Pride to the line. First trip there tonight, makes the first one. To the hands of Bohannon. Long goes left side of the lane, trying to spin against Ray Tyler. Ray got a slap at it, but not enough to affect the shot. And there goes Johnson back in front, 41-40. Wesleyan moving around the perimeter. Not trying to go inside. Bohannon with a big presence inside. Now Pride just pulls it up in front of him, missed it. Long gets it before Pride can get his hands on it. In transition, Hahn up to Mashburn. Right wing 3 is good by Mashburn. And the Royals come out again, ready to play. And they take their largest lead of the game at 4. Ray Tyler working against Hahn. Bounce pass down to Patterson, left block. Spin move, gets free for the reverse layup. Nice take by Todd Patterson, using his body to clear it out. And the Bulldogs to within 2. Now Hahn gets free, finds Mashburn on the right wing. He drives inside, trying to drop it back over for Bohannon. It doesn't work, so Wesleyan can tie or take the lead here on this possession. Ford back into the ball game. He'll replace Clifton for Johnson University. Wesleyan away from the basket. Hardrick gets overplayed, drops it to Pride. Pride forces it up off the glass. Mashburn comes down with it, gets it out to Hahn. Now Long, transition three-pointer off the left side. West gets the rebound. Bulldogs trying to push it, do not have numbers, but West goes all the way in, drops it to Pride. Hook shot in the lane is good. And knots everything back up at 44. Now Long drives, gets the whistle after he missed the layup. Hardrick's going to pick up his third, team fourth already of the half. Again, you get to 7, and they get a 1-and-1 opportunity. First one is good for Long, breaks the tie. Ray Teller out of the ball game, Callahan back in. Long makes both of them. Wesleyan trying to earn the sweep, but they're having a battle here against Johnson, who's looking for only their second win of the season and the second in the conference. They beat Kentucky Christian, who's a team that Wesleyan played down the wire. Pride with a nice move inside. Couple of pump fake up and unders. Gets it free now in transition. There answers back Johnson. Johnson in front by 2 once again. Peyton West out front with it. And now Wesleyan having trouble with 6 seconds on the shot clock. McDonald back into the ball game as Long will check out. West has it working against Hahn. Gets a screen from Pride. Gets free to the right side. Off the glass is good. And it's back to a tie ball game. 48 all with 13 and a half to play. 8th tie of the ball game. Ford going to try to break it with a 3, and he does. Johnson finding the momentum here early. Callahan left wing, couple of crossovers. Kicks it back to Pride. And now Pride throws it away as he and Ty Patterson miscommunicate. Clifton back into the ball game for Bohannon. Inbounds comes to Hahn. Under 13 to play. A lot of ball game left here. Hahn drives, floater is good, and it's a 5-point lead, the largest of the game for Johnson. Patterson loses the handle on it. Hardrick gets it to Callahan. Bounce pass down low to Patterson. Patterson has a mismatch. Ford slapping at it and steals it away from him. And now Callahan's going to pick up a foul for Wesleyan. Coach Stone might want to call a timeout on this one. Ray Tyler's going to check back in for Hardrick. And Elisha Mayberry's going to be back in for Callahan. Wesleyan a little sluggish here. Johnson motivated and ready to play tough. Wesleyan going to have to answer back. Inside Clifton. And both Pride and Mayberry look like they got in the block, but it's going to be the second on Mayberry. That's a 6th team foul, 1 for Johnson. Clifton rattles that one home. Increases their lead to 6. Converts both of the free throws. It's a 7-point advantage for the visiting Royals. They're currently sitting 12th inside the conference. Ray Tyler flips it out to Patterson. Patterson gets tripped. And bucket almost falls, but they're going to say it was on the ground. So there was no shot attempt anyway. That's the second on Clifton. That would have been an amazing shot if it fell for Todd Patterson, but looks like they would have waved it off nonetheless. Inbounds comes to Patterson. Goes up strong in the lane, missed it. Pride battling for the rebound. Pride took it away from him and had made the shot, but they're going to rule it a jump ball. So possession arrow will give it to Tennessee Wesleyan. Ray Tyler keying it in underneath. Deflected out of bounds. Well, nope, Hahn saves it. Gets it up to Prater, now in transition. Prater's missed his third dunk of the night. Now Mayberry gets fouled in transition. This one going to be on McDonald. Team third, 11.5. Mayberry going to stroll to the line, 76% shooter on the season. Chance to chip into this 7-point deficit they have. And the first one falls off the side. Patterson and Pride leading all scorers with 12 apiece. As Mayberry makes the second one. 2-possession game now. Ford takes a deep three, short. Prater gets the rebound, but they're going to say West knocked it out of bounds. And a lot of calls players and referees not agreeing with, more so than usual, I think. So it'll be Royal ball in the far corner. Long to key it in. Gets it into Clifton, guarded by Pride, away from the basket. Hahn comes off, gets the ball, three-pointer no good. Boxed out by, or Mayberry had a good box out there against Prater, and Patterson able to get it. Ray Tyler feeds it down to Pride. Pride spin move, off the glass is good. Wesleyan is trying their best to get Kobe Pride looks inside here. Cuts it down to 4. Clifton trying to take him off the dribble. Gets blocked by West. Here comes West with the ball. 3-on-3 break. Ray Tyler in transition, three-pointer, in and out. Looked good the whole way. Now Long on the other end transition-wise, and they're going to get a charge on Long. His third. As Peyton West put his body on the line, team fourth. Bohannon back into the ball game to try to shut down Ford, or to shut down Pride, sorry. And here comes a timeout from Johnson. So we'll take a break with a score 55-51. Johnson in front of the home team Bulldogs. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. 10:39 remaining in this one, and it's a 4-point lead for the Royals. 55-51. Peyton West with the ball. Patterson, Pride, Mayberry, and Tyler out there for the Bulldogs. Patterson, a strong take. Guy hit the floor, no charge call, but Bohannon battles for the rebound. So it stays with the Royals here. Wesleyan avoided that one. Could have been their 7th foul. Prater with it on the far side. They get it to Clifton, now out to Hahn. Back to Hahn it goes. Hahn behind his back. Drops it to Clifton. Clifton into the lane. Deflected by Mayberry. Him and Prater battling, and he caught it in the front court and then went back court. That one's a blatant call, and Prater hits it at the buzzer of the shot clock to give him a 6-point lead. with under 10 to play. Bulldogs going to have to buckle down, get a good look offensively. Ball was deflected in the backcourt, and there's a foul on Clifton as he ran over Patterson. 5th team foul. That's his 3rd. Prater will exit. He'll be replaced by Mashburn. West gets the inbounds. Screen for West. Down low goes to Patterson, gets position on Hahn. Missed it, gets his own putback. And this one's good with the foul. And Ty Patterson's going to get a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. This one's on Hahn. 53-57 the score currently. Big free throw coming here for Ty Patterson. McDonald back into the ball game, along with Ford. And Patterson converts it. 3-point game. McDonald has West guarding him. On with it. Near corner, it comes to Ford. Top of the key, around the screen comes McDonald, gets it. Shovel pass out to Mashburn. Mayberry picks him up pretty quickly. Pass inside is deflected away. Mashburn, though, picks up the loose ball. Ford cuts and blocked by Pride, and this one will go out of bounds off the Bulldogs. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 8:54 to play. Had an overtime game on Tuesday night against Montreat. Wesleyan trying to battle back. This one looks like it's coming down to the wire. Hahn takes a 3 at the buzzer deep and misses it. West bringing it up the floor. Shadowed by McDonald, Jacob McDonald from Nashville, Tennessee. Triple high screen by the Bulldogs. Mayberry gets it, hands it off to Ray Tyler, gets past Hahn, shovel pass to Pride, gets the layup, pulls the Bulldogs to within 1. Could have been a whistle, but nothing there for the Bulldogs. It's a 57-56 ball game with under 8.5 to go. Mashburn on the right side comes off a screen, gets it out to McDonald. They're wanting to go down low. Out to Mashburn, steps into a 3 and drills it. Almost looks like a walk, but nonetheless, they knock it down. Mayberry trying to get past Mashburn, loses the dribble, and dribbles it out of bounds. Wesleyan just kind of kicking themselves in the foot right now with 8 minutes exactly to play. McDonald bringing it up the floor. Out to Ford. Ford inside, now a kick out. They work it around to McDonald in the far corner. McDonald loses the handle, regains it. Looking for help. Mashburn foot on the line. Missed the long 2. Ray Tyler corrals the long rebound. It's going to take on. McDonald missed it. Bohannon now with it. Ball still on the ground. Hahn has it. A lot of sloppy basketball right here. McDonald somehow comes away with it for Johnson. Now Hahn. Hahn in the lane. Floater no good. Gets the tip. I think both coaching staffs glad that they can just reset for a moment because nobody knew what they were doing. McDonald in the lane. Sends it to the far corner to Mashburn. Mashburn hits another 3. And Coach Stone wants to talk it over. Down 7. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, 7 minutes to play, and it's a 7-point lead for Johnson. Ties their largest of the ball game. Wesleyan got to get something going offensively, but also get stops defensively. Mashburn has been knocking down three-pointers. He's hit 3 of them. He's got all 9 of his points from behind that arc. Ray Tyler gets a screen from Pride. Behind his back he goes. Loses the handle. Ball's up, battled for. It's on the ground. Rozier into the ball game, picks it up. Behind his back to Pride. Nice little dish. Assist made by Darius Rozier behind the back. Made it look fancy. Bulldogs down by 5. And there's McDonald with an answer right back, though. Wesleyan just cannot seem to get a stop after a big bucket. And Hahn's going to get a foul here. Away from the ball. I had him at only 6 fouls. They are at 7, so Ray Tyler 1-on-1 opportunity. Makes the first one. Again, Bulldogs sitting at 2nd in the conference. They are 8-2 overall. They've lost games as Ray Tyler makes both free throws to pull them to within 5. They lost at Milligan and at Union. That's a charge on Hahn. He's going to pick up his 3rd. No shooting foul, though. It'll just be Wesleyan's ball. Long coming back in. He'll replace Hahn. Prater coming back to check in. Ford will exit. 5:53 and a 5-point game. Again, Johnson 1-9 in the conference. Currently set in last place at 12th. Inside, Kobe Pride doesn't get the roll, and this one's going to stay with the Bulldogs after the rebound's knocked out by Johnson. Sorry, they set 1 spot out of last place. St. Andrews still looking for their first win. Pride inside, gets the lay-in off another feed from Darius Rozier. Second assist by Rozier. He's liking the facilitating roll down low. Mashburn gets it to Prater. Prater has to regain handle on it. McDonald with it between the circles, now Long. Long gets fouled on the shot by Peyton West. That's going to be 2 shots anyway, but Bulldogs find themselves down 3, and Miles Long steps to the line, 81% shooter on the season. Perfect 4 of 4 there today, and make that 5 of 5. And both of them are good for Long. Back to a 5-point game with now 5 minutes to play. Patterson put the ball on the ground, avoids the travel. He hit the wet spot on the floor. Didn't have it in his hand. Just kind of pinned it against the ground. Pride got hit hard. Rozier gets the offensive board and the putback. 64-67. Bulldogs still trailing by 3. Inside, Clifton off the glass, no good. Rozier gets the rebound. Wesleyan can knot this one up. It's been quite some time since they had that opportunity. Rozier in transition. 3-pointer is good. And that's going to force a timeout from Johnson, as Darius Rozier knocks down a 3 in transition, left open. And we are knotted up once again. 67 all. With a timeout on the floor by Johnson. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Wesleyan Athletic Conference basketball from James L. Robb Gymnasium. Jared Wright bringing you the action here. The Bulldogs are looking to pick up another conference win. They've knotted it up off the Darius Rozier three. There's Johnson's ball, though. Prater with it, spin move into the lane, bounce pass feed to Bohannon, goes baseline. Uses his body and gets a layup on the left side. Bulldogs down by 2. West gets it into Rozier. Rozier, ball fake out. They're going to get a jump ball. It will go Johnson's way. Coach Stone wanting a hold call. Rozier thought he got fouled. Full court press being shown by West and Tyler. It's Long bringing it up the floor. 2-point lead for the Royals. Again, a team that gives up 90 points per game, only allowing Wesleyan 67 so far. Wesleyan gives up 71, but they've allowed 69, and that's going to be a moving screen on Miles Long, his 4th. Coach Perry not happy with that call. Thought it was a little ticky-tack. There has been several of those, but nonetheless, Wesleyan with the 3 points left in the feed to Pride. Pride back to the basket. Sky hook. Off the back iron, no good. Prater gets the rebound. Still, Royals can make it a 2-possession game here. Clifton down low with it. Guarded by Patterson. Patterson bodying him up. West helps out. Clifton sky hook, missed it. Patterson gets the rebound. Bohannon wanted the hold call as Pride and him were battling for the rebound. Should have been a push off on Clifton to start with. Now Ray Tyler, double team, gets it to Pride down low. Pride kicks out to Rozier. Shot clock down to 12. 2:25 to play. 2-point ball game. Rozier sets a screen. Ray Tyler goes opposite and goes up for the shot and gets fouled. This one will be on McDonald, his 3rd. It's going to be a double bonus opportunity anyway for Wesleyan on the 2-shot foul. So Ray Tyler at the line. Makes the first one. 2:19, 1-point game. Hahn, Ford, and Mashburn return for the Royals to join Bohannon and Long. Kobe Pride with 20 points right now. Career high day for him. 2 better than his 18-point career high coming into tonight. So Ray Tyler converts both free throws, makes it Bohannon out front with it. 2-3 zone being shown by the Bulldogs. Long gets it and circles it away from the paint, back out front. Johnson keeping it on the perimeter with Mashburn. And Long out front, shot clock down to 8. Long cuts, drives in, takes a shot and missed it. Good hand defense there by Pride. Rozier clears out the rebound to Patterson. Patterson spin move into the lane. Gets the bucket. Nope, bucket doesn't fall. Looked like it was going to bank in for him. But that one's going to be the 4th on Parker Hahn. And Ty Patterson will step to the line for some big free throws here with 1:41 remaining. Patterson converts the first one, gives the Bulldogs a lead once again. With 1:41 remaining. And he converts both of them. 71-69. Bulldogs got to buckle down defensively here. Long coming up the floor. Ray Tyler shadowing him. Mashburn away from the basket. They get it to Long. 2-3 zone still being shown. Long takes a floater and ties it right back up at 71 all. The 1:25. 2 Appalachian Athletic Conference teams separated by roughly 50 to 60 miles on I-75. Ray Tyler gets it. Parker Hahn about swatted it away in the passing lane. Shot clock down to 8. Big screen from Rozier. Ray Tyler trying to create. 3 seconds to shoot. Pulls up from the free throw line, and it spins home. They're fixing the clock. 55 seconds remaining. Bulldogs in front by 2. They adjusted it, went under 55, so the referee stopped it to come adjust the clock. Mashburn pushing it up the floor to the left side. Gets it to Long, now to Hahn. Up top to Mashburn. Crowd starting to chant defense big time. Long takes a 3 from the near far corner, missed it. Long rebound, chased down by Hahn. Patterson couldn't control it. So Wesleyan's got to reset defensively as the clock's down to 34. Big man Bohannon's going to take a 3 and miss it off the backside. Patterson gets the rebound, trying to clear it out. Gets it up to Rozier with 24 seconds to go. Pride gets the bucket and gets hacked big time by Bohannon. And that looked very intentional. Didn't make a play on the ball. But nonetheless, Kobe Pride's going to step to the line to try to make it a 2-possession game. Kobe Pride with a career-high day of 20 points, trying to add to it, and he does. Makes it a 3-point game with 20.5 remaining. Second one is good. It's a 2-possession game. And Coach Ray Stone wants to talk it over with a timeout. We'll take it with him back here on the Bulldog Digital Network. The whistle is sounded, the horn sounded. They're ready to go with 20.5 and a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldog Digital Network coverage here, this Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader. Bulldogs will be on the road, both teams on Saturday down at Reinhardt in Waleska, Georgia, if you're local. 101.7 WJSQ, I'll have the call there, along, I believe, Chris Berry, the SID from Tennessee Wesleyan, will be joining me on the call. Now a 3-pointer by Hahn puts them to within 1 with 12.5 remaining. Wesleyan didn't come down and defend that one too well. It's a full timeout. We'll stay here with you. Johnson, they will, let's see. Try to look up their schedule momentarily. Again, Wesleyan will be on the road at Reinhardt on Saturday before coming back home next Wednesday when Bryan comes to town. We'll have that broadcast here for you on Bulldog Digital Network. Well, the Bulldogs will played a tough one against Bryan on the men's side. The women trying to knock off Bryan. It has been quite some time since they have. Looks like the Royals will host St. Andrews on Saturday, another conference opponent. That's a team that has not won any games in the conference. So St. Andrews will be on the road trying to pick up a win. They are 1-14, 0-12. Johnson 1-13 overall, 1-9 in the conference. Union at the top, still undefeated in conference play. They're 12-1 overall. Wesleyan at 8-2 in the conference behind them. Then Bryan 7-3. So that could potentially, depending on how this one shakes out and how the Reinhardt game shakes out on Saturday, the Bryan Wesleyan game could be another 2 versus 3 matchup from this home floor next Wednesday night. 94 feet to go for the Bulldogs. Rozier trying to get it in, lobs it into Patterson and gets fouled by Mashburn. Mashburn's going to pick up his first one. That's going to be a 2-shot foul for Ty Patterson, and I think Coach Perry avoided a technical foul. He got mad because Patterson looked like he'd pushed off slightly, just a bigger size advantage for Ty Patterson against Mashburn, but Patterson at the line, misses the first one. A lot of people tell you maybe the ball don't lie on that one, but Patterson. Our count, it's 2 timeouts left for Wesleyan, 1 for Johnson with 11.3. Patterson does convert the second one. 76-74, 11.3. A 2-point game. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. .3 remaining. It'll be Johnson University's ball. 94 feet to go. Wesleyan going to have to defend the 3-point arc very well. Up by 2, 76-74. Mashburn has been the guy that's knocked down three of them, along with Parker Hahn, and both of those young men are still in the game. It'll be Mashburn to key it in. Hahn has 4 fouls. Inbounds comes to Long. Long up the floor. He's 0 for 1 behind the arc. Clock down to 4 seconds. Now Long going to try to get something off. Clock goes off, and the Bulldogs narrowly escape with a victory here, 76-74. They get a good job of defending the perimeter on that last possession and able to force a tough shot from the baseline by Long. These two teams battled down the wire. Bulldogs, though, battle back in the second half late, take the lead at 70-69 with 1:41 remaining. And Johnson able to tie it back up at 71 all, but then it was Tennessee Wesleyan all the way from the end there, scoring 5 more points against Johnson to come out victorious, using some free throws down the stretch and doing a good job there. Tough, hard-fought battle. That's definitely not a team that's playing like they've only won 1 game overall in Johnson University. I expect them to have a better second half of the season. We will make that trip up to Johnson in a few weeks. It'll be end of January that we will see them in action up in Knoxville with the local radio station WJSQ WLAR 101.7. We will have that broadcasted here locally in Athens. And so we will await Coach Ray Stone to join us post-game here from the press box as his team comes down to the wire, gets another victory here at home. We'll take a short break right here, put up some final stats for you on the Bulldog Digital Network. 76-74. Bulldogs end up shooting 46% from the line, or from the field on the night, which is right about their average of 46.2. 41% for Johnson on the other side, 26.7 behind the arc for the Bulldogs, 38% for Johnson. They win that battle, 8 of 21. Johnson hit all 12 of their free throws, 100% perfect for the Royals on that one, 75% for the Bulldogs. And then you look at the turnovers. Wesleyan had 12 turnovers. The Royals got 12 points off of those 12 turnovers. Bulldogs only able to get 8 turnovers from the Royals, but put up 7 off of that. They do out-rebound the Royals 33-27, 11 offensive, 22 defensive. They assisted 13 on 27 made shots. Johnson assisting 12 of 27 made shots as well. So both teams knocking down 27 shots apiece from the field. Blocks, Wesleyan wins that battle 5-2. Steals, it's Johnson 7-2 in favor of them. Team fouls 20-11. Wesleyan does win that one with only 11. Bench points, they really used Parker Hahn's big 13 points to kind of have a lot of bench points right there. Did the Royals to outscore Wesleyan's bench 30-5. Second chance points, Bulldogs win that one 15-10. Points in the paint, Bulldogs win it 14-12. Leading scorer for the Royals is Miles Long with 14 points, perfect to the line, 6 of 6, 4 of 12 from the floor. 13 points by Parker Hahn, 3 of 6 behind the arc, 5 of 9 from the floor. 10 points by Nick Clifton with 6 for 6 at the line, 8 rebounds, 2 of 9 from the floor, and then 9 points by Oren Mashburn, all of those behind the arc. He missed 2 3-pointers and had 3 rebounds as well. On the other side for the Bulldogs, it was Kobe Pride with a career day, 22 points. He had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 of 16 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the line. Ty Patterson, 18 points, 8 of 10 from the line, 5 of 13 from the floor, 7 points, or 7 rebounds to his credit. And then Ray Tyler with 17 points, 4 of 4 from the line, 6 of 11, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. 9 points by Peyton West, 5 for both Elisha Mayberry and Darius Rozier. Rozier had 2 assists, but they were 2 of the prettiest assists we had all night for Tennessee Wesleyan, along with 5 rebounds for Rozier and 6 rebounds for Mayberry. So Coach Ray Stone has joined us now, and Coach, another one that came down to the wire, and team had to battle through a lot and overcome. Had a good lead in the first half that you watched dwindle away, only had a 1-point lead at the half, but another hard-fought win for your ball club.
Definitely. We knew they were going to give us a good battle. I told our guys they are way better than their record.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched them on film. I actually know a few of the guys that they have. And I knew they were going to come out here and compete and give us a tough-fought game, and that's what they did.
They started knocking down some shots. Mashburn started knocking down a couple big time. It seemed like both coaching staffs, as you all always do, plead with the officials, but a lot of calls that I think both ways y'all were feeling like it wasn't going that way. So there was a lot of factors into this one, but how did you keep your guys kind of settled in even when Johnson started to make a run? They built their lead back up to 7, which was their largest.
Well, I told the guys, I said, hey, listen, we know they're going to make a run. We just got to make that run short, all right, and then get some stops and then take care of the basketball and get good looks on the offensive end. But it definitely had to start with defense and rebounding.
You out-rebound them 35-27, good number there. But Talk about Kobe Pride's effort inside. Size-wise, height-wise, he was fine with Bohannon, but Bohannon definitely got some pounds on him. But Kobe Pride, a career-high day of 22 points inside, and he fought for every single point.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. He definitely we needed every single one of those points, obviously. Only, winning by 2, but I'm proud of Kobe. We've been working with him and trying to get him to settle down. Once he settles down on offense and gets a good look, it's a really good chance it can go in. But sometimes he gets in a hurry, so he slowed down tonight and played very well for us.
Free throws down the stretch did pay off. Still missed a couple, 75%, right. Not too shabby, but you made them when you needed to. Ty Patterson being one of those, Kobe Pride going to the line as well, making free throws. Yeah,
and then Ray Tyler knocked down a couple free throws as well, too. But, we – day in and day out, I said, guys, I know y'all think I'm crazy, but we're going to spend a lot of time getting free throws in. Free throws and defense wins games. And, they go 100% from the free throw line, so they didn't give us any slack there. So we was trying to, play defense without fouling and putting them on the free throw line. I didn't want to take a chance of them. They would maybe do for one, but we didn't want to take a chance of putting them there and them converting.
You kind of switched to a zone towards the end of the ball game, even though they were shooting it outside decently at that point in time. But what kind of dictated you to make that zone?
Well, the thing about it, they were also getting downhill and attacking the basket. And so we were just trying to take our chances with that. And, of course, number 33, he had a great game tonight and was scoring. Number 5 hit some threes too. So, we just kind of went looking at stats and everything. They came in here not shooting it very well. But, of course, they came in, shot it well, and, from the free throw line and from the 3.
I'll agree with you. They didn't play like a team that's only won one game all year and played like a team that had nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. But how do you 2 tough fought games this week, Tuesday and Thursday with a day off in between. Now you got a day off before you go to Reinhardt. What do you got to do for your guys to get ready for a tough road game?
Man, we just got to take care of our bodies, regroup, stay strong mentally, get prepared. It's going to be a dog fight down there. It's going to be a tough game. They're another team that's better than their record. They're very athletic. They got some guys that can score. So, and then they're going to be ready for us. There's no question about it. So, we just got to take care of our bodies, make sure we get as much rest as possible, get some ice baths and everything like that, and get ready for the last of the 3-game week.
Well, Coach, we'll be with you on the radio down there on Saturday, so we look forward to that. A good, hard-fought contest against Reinhardt coming up. But congrats on another win. Get your 10th win of the season, 9-2 in the conference, 7-0 here at home. So we'll see you on Saturday down at Reinhardt.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. Thank you very much.
So Coach Stone pleased his team fought back. It was a tough one, but they fought back, never gave up, and just kind of stayed true to themselves, fought through a lot of adversity, whether it was calls, whether it was just turnovers. They did double up the turnovers in the second half. They ended up with 12. They had 6 at halftime, so that was a little bit of a struggle for them, but it was victorious for the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs tonight as they sweep Johnson. Lady Bulldogs do it by 15 after not leading until 8 minutes left in their ball game. But the guys fought back. They led most of the game until early in the second half, and then Johnson led majority of the second half before the Bulldogs able to pull away here at the end and weather the storm from a tough Johnson University ball club. So, again, the Bulldogs 10-2 now, 9-2 in the conference, 7-0 here at home, and they pick up their second win in a row and keep that second place seeding currently in the Appalachian Athletic Conference standing. So, appreciate Coach Rice and Coach Stone for joining us here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Appreciate you all tuning in as well. Again, the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs will be on the road at Reinhardt on Saturday. Locally, WJSQ, WLAR 101.7 will have that for you. Audio-wise, and then next week, Bryan comes to town on Wednesday for a battle of the Highway 30. We can call it the Washington Ferry Bridge battle. That will be a 5:30 and 7:30 tip. So that'll wrap us up here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Have a great night.